Good evening. Good evening. Bonsoir, bonus, not just to investors in North and South America. 我係國際investor，安妞哈西歐各位早晨 Good morning to investors in Asia. Buonanotte, bonus, not just good night to investors in Europe and Africa. I'm Daniel Yu speaking from Hong Kong. It's 30th February here and 12th February in Wall Street. This time, I'll talk about four main points. Number one, interest rate outlook. Number two, AI intelligence and current market. Number three, Russian weapons. Number four, duel. As for the speech of Jerome Powell on the economic club, even though considered half dovish and half hawkish, it brought about an end to the rebound trend of Nasdaq and S&P. After his speech, three major indices all shown bearish harami on Tuesday and Wednesday. Nasdaq and S&P are on top of a wave, but not topmost. Therefore, still can expect a further falling. However, Dow Jones is just ranging horizontally. Thus, the fall is not so prominent. Richard Fed Chair Barkin, along with New York Fed Chair Williams and Fed Governor Waller, are all in favor of rate hike and thus brought about a healthy adjustment which is beneficial to the market. From Fibonacci Art and Ichimoku, we can fix the two supports of Nasdaq 100 at 12072 and 11786. For S&P, it is using the reverse Fibonacci Art at 4046 and 3997. As for Dow Jones, simply uses the Ichimoku curve to fix the support at 32292 and 33764, at least before the CPI of Tuesday is like this. The focus of February is on the announcement of CPI on 14th Tuesday. Happy Valentine's Day to all lovers. May your path of love be plain and straight without any blockages. Hallelujah. Amitabha, Allahu Akbar. The latest CPI reading is at 6.5%, and this time is expected to be around 6.2% to 6.3%. When you want to understand the change of CPI in these 2 years, please refer to my YouTube video number 10 at 20221219. When you want to have a comprehensive understanding, please study my teaching video A9 Opus 175, where the presentation is in form of a historic poem. There is a series of 14 teaching videos with electronic handouts. Also for candlestick, there's an all-in-one pattern that you can learn. Just one pattern equals to 200 patterns, no matter if it is bearish or bullish harami. The recent trend of AI intelligence is aiming at Chat GPT. The wave is more thrilling than the metaverse of 2 years ago, and surely will overwhelm metaverse. The focus is on the impact where robots can replace human beings, and the most horrible of all is that it may bring about a lot of unemployment if it can replace current manpower. It also will bring about a moral problem. I have already talked about the robot lawyer and robot doctor in video 15 at 2023-0123. Now we can go into individual stocks and compare them with the indices. For the following stocks, the bar chart represents the stock price and line chart is the Nasdaq 100 in comparison. GOOG is the hottest. The robot bar gave a wrong answer in the chat. That concerning the Webb space telescope said it took the first picture outside our solar system, but actually was done by the very large telescope by European Southern Observatory in South America. Thus, the price dropped sharply, but all the way it was pressed down by the 250 SMA. As for MSFT, it will become the exclusive provider of cloud computing service to Open AI, and the two companies will collaborate on developing AI supercomputing technologies. So under the bearish harami of Nasdaq, it is stronger than the index, and even after adjustment still above the 250 SMA. AMZN also has its new robot arm called Spiral, which can wait further low to buy at 92. NVDA is cooperating with Meta to build the world's largest AI supercomputer, and also in cooperation with ORCL to develop chips. ORCL has been kept stronger than the market since October. IBM, where people said it has an international big mouth, plans to invest $20 billion to develop semiconductors in New York. Workday is a cloud-based application provider focused on human capital management. And just see how its business management is. Before we carry on to item number 3, please subscribe, like, and share. Remember to click the bell. Watch our playlist again so as to grasp the continuous trend of the market and refresh your mind. Today is the 355th day of fighting in Ukraine. There's a daily countdown of days in the US Stock Express. This time we are going to talk about the Russian weapons in Ukraine. Trump card is the T-50 jet fighter and is seldom used. For few valuable targets needed to use it. T-50 is aimed at the F-20 of the US. That's the one that recently shot down the Chinese balloon in Southern Carolina. F-20 at first was known as the 4th generation fighter. As a rule, when US develop a new kind of weapon, Russia will announce the same style of weapon is successfully developed in a short time. But the specifications are all slightly advanced, such as in flying high is a little higher, the speed is a little faster, the fighting diameter is a little longer, etc. As for the media, they are unable to check all of this data and just report according to the official announcement. F-20 was the best fighter in the world at the time, when better than that, Russia named the T-50 as the 5th generation fighter in order to show their fighters are the best in the world. Why does the US name the F-22 as 4th generation fighter? It is because they have a special coating that can avoid normal radar signals. Therefore, they are invisible in normal radars, which means quiet and careful so as not to be seen or heard. The T-50 also has the same function, but if the specifications are really stronger in the last digits of figures, it is still in the same category. Henceforward, US gave up their standard of classification and used the standard of Russia to name the F-22 as 5th generation fighters. Later on, EU, China, and rest of the world also used the standard of Russia of 5th generation to describe their stealth fighters, or else when you say your stealth fighter are of 4th generation, it means it is inferior to Russia. Thus, Su-27 of Russia and F-16 of US, originally known as 3rd generation fighters, and now renamed as 4th generation fighters. Su-27 are now used by both Russia and Ukraine. F-16 is the US fighter that NATO supplied to Ukraine. Su-75 Checkmate is also a 5th generation fighter of Russia. First testing done in 2023, designed to combat with the F-35 of US. However, Russia is using the latest MiG-35, which is derived from MiG-29, where Ukraine is using. The more advanced plan is, the higher the maintenance cost and the group of engineers needed, and also the longer training period of pilots needed. The expenditure is tremendous, and Russia had not accounted for the fighting that would last for a year. In July, Russia once used the K-22 anti-ship missile to bombard a residential building, and the cost is $1 million per set, quite high indeed. Originally, it was designed to penetrate the deck of shipcrafts, but because of shortage of other missiles, it was used to bombard a general residential building, which is a waste. Russia also deployed the hypersonic missile Cyclone to Admiral Gorshov frigate and also Dagger for fighters, but found not so many valuable targets worthwhile for use. The expense is quite high, So watch carefully what both sides will do in the second half of February when winter passes. They want to use the duel in February to put an end to the war of burning money. For training of fighter pilots, please refer to video 70 at 2023-0206. Mind that the retrograde of Mars and occultation is over. Fierce fighting will occur, but the guidance of Jupiter in conjunction of the Moon and Venus will save the Earth. The conjunction date is from 22nd to 28th February. A lot of people get lost in the market, not because of their economic knowledge. It is because they do not have abundant military knowledge to face the situation nowadays. Today, the US Stock Express has a special topic on how the F-22 shot down the 2 Chinese balloons within 1 week from the angle of weapons. Please enter this website. Finally, there's a story on AI. The Microsoft once asked the Chat GPT to write a WL, this colloquial poem, about how Bing beat Google. It is as following. There once was a search engine named Bing, which was struggling, not doing much thing. But with the Chat GPT on its side, it finally got its pride and left Google searching for its next thing. So subscribe, share, and like please. Sayonara, auf Wiedersehen, adieu, bye bye, see you next week.